Flybird makes the most popular adjustable weight bench on Amazon, a 4.5-star model that I reviewed a couple years ago. Well, more recently they introduced a more premium model, the FB3000, and in this video, I'm gonna go through all the pros and cons. So let's talk about it. The first thing to know is that this is a pretty big step up from that popular Flybird weight bench that I mentioned earlier. This bench has a 1,200 pound maximum weight capacity, up 400 pounds from that Flybird 2021 renewed model. This boy is also bigger, 54 inches long, seats edge to backrest top with a 14-inch deep seat. The bench is 12 inches wide with no taper, 17.5 inches high. When the backrest is in its most upright position, the bench is 51 inches tall. When you remove the headrest, it's 44.5 inches high, and that allows for some versatility when it comes to using this bench. I should also mention that this headrest has an option to raise up twice, so you can bring it up to 53 inches tall for all you tall people out there. Speaking of upright, with the FB3000, you get 12 backrest positions. They range from 90, where you get your military press on, down to -20, where you can get the decline on. Now, one of the biggest issues that I have with a lot of the heavy duty benches that I've had in here more recently is that they don't give you a leg hold down position, but the FB3000 has one and is detachable, which is clutch, because without this, decline lifting is unsafe if not impossible. I would have liked to see the padding on it a little bit thicker, but it's in no way a deal breaker. The seat, back pad, and headrest all have 2-inch padding, which you'll find comfortable unless you're concerned with the give you'll feel when doing bench step-ups. What you won't have to worry about is any wobble from uneven flooring, because the FB3000 has height adjusters down here on the front and rear stabilizers to help you level out your bench if your floor is not flat. So what do I like about this bench? Well, at $249, the Flybird FB3000 is a top-tier option for people out there balling on a budget. And the reason for that is because it offers a lot of premium features that you find at a tier up at a budget-friendly price. I really like the size of this bench because I train a lot of people of all different heights, and this bench covers all of them. I appreciate that the bench is very stable when benching on it, and this is something that I know heavier people really appreciate because they can lift under this bench without unwarranted fear of the bench breaking. The adjustment mechanisms are push-pin style, so they're quick and easy to lock in for safety. The FB3000 has a 1-inch gap, but you don't feel that gap when laying on it, so there's no back stress when benching, where you can sometimes feel that gap on other benches similar to this. I also like the removable headrest and foot pad because both allow us to use this bench for a variety of different exercises that we couldn't do if they were fixed. At 42 pounds, this bench is fairly light and definitely easy to move around with these wheels located on the rear stabilizer. The original Flybird bench was like 21 inches tall, but they fixed that in 2021, and that 17.5-inch height they set this bench at is perfect. Now, those are all things that I really like about the Flybird FB3000, but what about the things I don't like so much about it? Well, let's talk about it. The first thing is, at 49 pounds or 47 pounds, I'm curious whether or not this bench can hold up to that 1,200 pound maximum weight capacity that is mentioned in all the material by Flybird. Now, I've had other much beefier benches here in the gym that weigh more, or it seems like they have heavier steel that don't claim to be able to hold 1,200 pounds. But for most of you guys, that ain't really gonna matter because you have to take into account that you have to weigh plus the weight that you lifting up, 900, 1,000 to 1,200 pounds in order to affect this bench. And the truth of the matter is, data tells us that only 1% of the population can even bench 225 pounds. So for most of you people out there balling on a budget, looking for an adjustable weight bench for your home, this is gonna be more than enough but it is something that I'm curious about when I think about this bench. Now this is still a budget bench, y'all, so the material is gonna feel a little less premium than what you might be used to if you work out in a commercial gym. I can feel that in both the pleather material and the steel of this bench. Last, I wish that I could store this bench vertically without having to remove this top pad, because once I remove it and I store the bench vertically, I gotta wonder, like, what do I do with that? I'm just saying. Now, you know, those are all minor cons for me because I'm not one of these big gorilla type, you know, super heavy lifting people that I'm concerned about that 1200 maximum weight capacity. And I don't train people in here like that either. So it's not really an issue for me. So, you know, I got to give the Flybird FB3000 a Fonzarelli, as I like to say. Now, if you've been watching this video and you're looking for this bench, make sure you look down there into the description of this video where I put a link to where you can get this video, and I appreciate your support if you want to use that link. And if you're still on the fence and you want to see more videos that I've done, reviews that I've done on adjustable weight benches, click that link right there. Until next time, stay blessed, stay motivated, and stay fit. Love and peace, everybody.